Miss Lee. Thank you for meeting with me today. Today I wanted to talk to you about my son, Robbie. He has been displaying some behaviors lately and I'm concerned. Recently, my husband and I separated and told Robbie that we have decided to get a divorce. With his dad moving out and him living with me full time, he is no longer able to have a close relationship with his father that he did, and that is really affecting his behaviors.
Yeah, I have also noticed some unusual behaviors recently in the classroom. For example, he's been getting upset very easily. He then proceeds to throw things in the classroom before curling up in a ball and shutting down. I have also witnessed students picking on Robbie, so therefore he has been playing by himself and does not want anything to do with his peers, as he just shrugs and steps away. What are some specifics that you have noticed at home?
Well, at home he gets upset when I ask him about school and he shuts down as well. He also tells me that he does not have any homework, when in reality I know that he always does.
Yeah, that is part of the reason why I always send emails out to the parents to keep them informed on what we are currently doing and what assignments are to be turned in that week. On a side note, I also like to add information on how the student's week is going, positive and negative.
Well, I really appreciate you doing that, thank you. Is there anything else that you could implement in the classroom to help him out?
A few ideas that I have in mind include giving him mini breaks throughout the day, as well as rewarding him for positive behavior.
That sounds like good steps to take towards more positive behavior. I will try to see if I can implement the same steps at home to help him out.
Perfect. We can try implementing that and then check back in 1 week to see if things are beginning to work. Does that work for you?
That sounds like a plan, and if things work, we can keep doing it this way. And if not, then would it be okay to take the next steps to see what we can do to help him?
Yes.
One week data email narrative at school. Within the first week, Robbie has had 4 episodes, some more severe than others. The first one being that when a student sat in his desk that he had the class before, he got upset, crumpled up his paper, and threw it across the room. He then threw himself against the wall and curled into a ball and would not speak to anyone. This lasted for about 30 minutes. Second episode was in math class when the teacher had not called on him to answer a problem up on the board. He decided to shout and use bad language and checked out of the classroom. The third episode was not as severe. He was asked to start a graphic organizer, but did not want to look up the information on the internet. Therefore, he did not complete the assignment. Lastly, was when he decided he did not want to be in a social studies classroom at all and decided to disappear the whole class period. During this time, a number of teachers and staff were going around campus looking all over for him. Thankfully, he decided to show up and go to his next class period like nothing had happened.
Hi, Miss Sweet. I was wanting to ask you how Robbie has been doing at home this past week.
Robbie has not been doing any better, unfortunately, and I'm not sure what to do about it. In the past week, Robbie has seemed very upset and does not want to open up to me about just anything. When I ask him how school is going, he gets extremely upset and does not care to talk to me about it. When I try to encourage him to do his homework and ask if he needs help, he will throw school papers everywhere and just continue by storming off. Now that it's just the two of us in the house, he is beginning to slam his door shut wherever he goes into his room and does not listen to anything that I say or seem to care. He does not seem motivated or happy anymore, and I'm just not sure what to do.
Thank you for letting me know. I will talk to the special education teacher.
Thank you.
The regular education teacher will privately discuss with the special education teacher in order to discuss Robbie Sweet's behaviors.
Hi, Monique. I'm having an issue with one of my students, Robbie Sweet. He has been having numerous episodes in a week, which consists of him throwing things and then curling up in a ball and shutting down. I've implemented things such as mini breaks and rewarding positive behavior, but this does not seem to be working for him. Here is the data that I have collected.
It sounds like Robbie could have an emotional behavior disorder. When you are available, would you like to come with me to speak with our administrator, Anita?
Yeah, I'm available later today.
Great.
after school in Principal Anita Alarcon's office. Good afternoon, ladies. Thank you for coming today. Thank you for coming today.
Hi, Miss Alarcon. Lately, I have been having behavior issues with one of the students, Robbie Sweet. I have talked to Miss Aceves regarding the behaviors, and she suggested that he may have an emotional behavior disorder. Mom has informed me that she recently decided to divorce after being separated for some time. Robbie now feels that he does not get to do the daily activities he once did with his dad when he would come home in the afternoon. And here is the data that I collected.
Wow, okay, ladies. Looks like the two of you have collected adequate data and that we could see that he should be evaluated for an emotional behavior disorder if Mom's on board. I will go ahead and contact Miss Sweet and set up a meeting and we can go from there. Thank you, ladies, for bringing this to my attention, and we will get proper adjustments made to help better Robbie.
Thank you.
Good evening, Miss Sweet. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing okay. Robbie's having a difficult evening. He has decided that he does not want to do his homework and wants to eat dinner in his room alone.
Oh, wow, okay. Yes, Miss Lee and Miss Aceves came into my office this afternoon and gave me a brief overview of what has been going on. I wanted to discuss this with you and see if you would like to have Robbie screened for emotional behavioral disorder.
Yeah, at this point, I think that is the best route we should go down for Robbie.
I agree. Go ahead and try to set up an appointment, and if you need help with that, we can go ahead and do so. Once we've gotten the results, we can set up a meeting to better help Robbie's needs.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Meeting at school with a regular special ed teacher, regular teacher, and administrator, and mom. Good afternoon, ladies. Miss Sweet, you already know Miss Lee. This is Miss Aceves, our special education teacher, and you know myself.
Yes.
So, thank you for coming to this meeting so we can further discuss Robbie's needs. Miss Sweet, how did the screening go?
Unfortunately, Robbie was diagnosed with emotional behavior disorder. However, I'm glad that we have answers and we can go from there at this point.
That's great, I agree. Now that we have the diagnosis, we need specific ways that we can help. Any suggestions, Miss Lee, Miss Aceves?
Hello, Miss Sweet. My name is Monique, and I am the special education teacher here at Falcons Fields Elementary School. I understand your son Robbie has had multiple episodes inside the classroom. I want to make sure your son is placed in the safest learning environment. I would like to know if Robbie has an IEP I can review.
Unfortunately, Robbie does not have an IEP, but since he was diagnosed with an emotional behavior disorder, I would like to go ahead and take the necessary steps to meet.
Well, let's see. If it is all right with you, Miss Sweet, I'd like to see what is the least restrictive environment for your son Robbie. For now, I think it'd be best if we kept Robbie in Miss Lee's classroom, since an inclusive classroom is the least restrictive classroom. We will then provide him with necessary accommodations, including counseling, which is a related service, and will be provided at no cost. We definitely want to make sure to also provide the necessary accommodations and or modifications Robbie will need in order to succeed in education. With your consent, we can move on with the process of creating Robbie's IEP.
That sounds like great ideas, Mrs. Aceves. I do like the steps that we are taking, and we will definitely check back and see how the accommodations are working for him. When he does get an IEP, we will create another meeting to review it and continue forward with objective goals that are achievable one step at a time for him. Thank you all for coming in today, and Ms. Sweet, I hope these accommodations will help Robbie and that you are comfortable where we are at this point.
Yes, I am, and thank you everyone for helping me out.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank
We will
you.
see you back.